Hello everyone and welcome to a game called Vivid Life. There are some trigger warnings right here, so this game contains depictions of self-mutilation, some conversations allude to abuse and PTSD, and there's nudity of all things. So I'm not sure if I should put this in the over 18 section. I only have one other game that only 18-year-olds and over can watch. So I guess we'll see how graphic it is. Anyway, let's get on to it. I can't go back to live a normal life until I go through this. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, actually. ... Cause it's dramatic, y'all. Voice on the radio. Please come home. Who's talking to me? Did you start the tape recorder? This is gonna get weird. No matter what you hear, please stay put. If anything were to happen to me, this transmission will serve as a testimony that will never be heard. The skeleton inside me isn't mine? Okay, maybe we do have a delusional person. I'm in the process of investigating what's going on. Yes, I tried discarding the idea of first. However, once you're convinced of something like this, an absolute horror gets a hold of you. Picture being inhabited by a stranger. You can't just go about attending school after that realization. The best course of action is to steal an X-ray machine and escape the country to peek into your own body. Or talk to your therapist. Are you still with me? Please come home. I wonder who's asking me to come home. Because I doubt I'm asking myself to come home. Alright. A Vivid Life. 11:45. Alright, I set it up camp. I'll keep you posted of my advances through the radio. I brought a med kit in case the x-rays show some strange body under my skin. And don't worry, I know my ways around a scalpel. Wait, it said there was gonna be some mutilation. So my feet are sized very differently than your normal feet. They're like 2 shoe sizes apart. They're so different these bones may come from different humans. Whoever put the skeleton inside me isn't familiar with the human body. Learned in class, we humans aren't symmetrical. This is not conclusive. I like the last one. I always hated my feet. Especially when I have to buy 2 pairs of sneakers to get a single pair that fit my own feet. Okay, it could be just... I don't think it's that bad of much of a reason here. Okay. Nothing. What about my knees? Everything looks okay, I guess. What could be the There's a scrape right here. Let's look at that. Some small round object. What's it doing inside of me? I better extract it and get a closer look. I think I already expected this. Alright, let's extract it. Okay, deep breaths. Extract bullet inside my thigh. I've never cut so deep into my thigh. Here goes nothing. The noises. It's a bullet. I had a bullet inside my thigh? Now I remember Johan's game with his guns. This is a special caliber used by Russian agents. The wound is so old. Was I shot as a kid? Let's try to do something normal sounding. He used to toy with his revolver when frustrated. when frustration got the better of him. Can't believe this was still in my leg. Wait. Should I not put, like, focus lane? First locate, then extract. Okay. But what about, like, I don't know, covering up the wound? Ah, there's something right here. It's a fracture. I can't feel any pain, but it looks like it's healed badly. I have vague memories of a skateboard accident. Makes sense. This is the arm I already used to protect myself. The fracture presents geometrical shapes, looks artificial. I have vague memories of a skateboard accident. That sounds pretty reasonable. I used to be all the time at the park when I was 13. I was so ashamed of that accident. Nothing inside my elbow. Lainey here. I discovered a fracture on my arm. However, this one is my fault. The skeleton may not be mine, but I broke it. It was a skateboard accident. The thing is, I was so embarrassed falling in front of my friends that I hid the pain. Not even dare to say anything when I got home. Got a bit addicted to painkillers during those days. Poor kid. As you expect, the fracture didn't heal very well, and now I have this chronic pain to bear with. Please come home. Okay. And here, my feet are weird. My feet can't definitely be mine. They're so gross. I always end up getting hurt because I buy the bigger size of a pair of shoes and fill one of them with paper to fit my smaller foot. It's not only that having to buy 2 pairs is expensive, I look ridiculous. Please come home. These feet, I reject them. They're not mine. Lainey here. I extracted a bullet out of my thigh. How sad is that? I know how to extract a bullet and suture the wound, being just 17. Normally it was out of Johan's flesh. He liked to play Russian roulette with his own body, always aiming at non-vital parts. He said there was no fun in pressing the gun against your temple. Where's the excitement? It's just lights out if you shoot your leg. You have to stick around and endure the mess. That's a weird game. You guys shouldn't play that at home at all, whether it's on your head or anywhere else. Only that, I was the one who endured that mess while he was too drunk to even feel pain. One of those times, he shot his revolver through his hand and hit me in the thigh. He got so scared, he sobered up immediately and ran for the med kit. It seems he wasn't as skilled as me at treating bullet wounds, since he forgot the damn thing inside me, Please come home. Right here. Okay, gonna keep investigating. Out. Alright, let's look for other things. Oh, there's something right here. Looks like an electronic device. I don't like the idea of keeping that inside me. Okay, let's get it out. Okay, deep breath. Let's remove this baby. What is it? Looks like a microchip is blinking. This is the citizenship we all have installed at birth. This doesn't look like human technology. It's a tracking device. Someone's watching my movements. I mean, I guess that's the most interesting one. This is a high military tech. Somehow I can tell. Why would any intelligence agents want to keep track of me? I don't know. Seems okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Check in the stomach. That's not where the stomach is. Up. Ah, there's something right here. There's a weird substance in my stomach. It reacts to x-rays. What could it be? I can try to make myself throw up. I already expected this. Okay, deep breaths. Throw up. I hope it doesn't smell much. Ugh, that taste is awful. What was it doing inside my stomach? Looks like conjugate bud and pus. The smell is from. I recognize this. It's a plastic explosive. I can notice stuff moving inside the mask. Feels otherworldly. This is probably terrible. This is not the first time I've seen this, though. I have an unhealable wound inside from when my belly was pierced. Your belly was pierced? Like your belly button? Let's check the breastal area. Nothing on that shoulder. Oh, there's something right here. Some of the skeleton's cervical discs have been replaced. Takes me back to when Johan pushed me out the window. Who is this Johan guy? Sounds horrible. I hope he's not her father or boyfriend or something. But then who else would he be? Maybe an uncle? Or a brother? Whoever built the skeleton did an imperfect job. The springs break memories of being buried. Takes me back when that day I couldn't take it anymore. I was trying to escape when he, did I check in here? Did not. I did now. So, I guess we check. Oh, one of my eyes are green and one of them blue. What the heck is this? These teeth are artificial. I should take a closer look at them. I brought some pliers with me. It's a crystal eye. I could gouge it out, examine it closely. I don't want to do that. I guess we could look at the top of your head, Barry. Nothing. More in the neck or the ribs, really, area. Okay. It seems like that's the last thing. Remove the eye or pull teeth out. I don't want to do either of that. Let's do the eye. Okay, eye out. Let's take a quick look and put it back. I can feel the cold air inside my skull. It's really unpleasant. I can feel life pulsating inside of it. There's a code number behind this. This is the price I paid for my stupidity. I lost its eye during archery practice. Schools should do a maturity test before accepting archery students. You're saying you're not mature? Okay, deep breath. Pull teeth out, I guess. Why not? We're already here. This is gonna hurt. I should have stolen a bottle of vodka while I was at it. I don't want to do this. This seems like a bad idea. Now my mouth feels all weird. In addition to not being mine, I guess. These teeth almost look and feel like the real thing. I almost died the day Johan beat me with a frying pan. Reminds me of how they punish child soldiers. They're not alike at all. These may come from different people. I'm taking the most, as unpleasant as is, I am taking the most realistic route here. But that was the last time he hit me. Thank God. Okay. Alright. I should tell you about how I lost my eye. I did never tell you about how I lost my eye, did I? In one of my early life crises, I joined an archery club to try and make some friends. By archery, you see, I'm a bit of a fantasy. I'm a bit for fantasy novels, and archers are usually among my favorite characters. I guess you already know where this is gonna go, right? Short story, we retracted William's tell We recreated, not retracted. I don't know why I'm falling over my words today. Williams tell infamous scene, and I was the one with the apple on the head. I'm so sorry. Please come home. I'm gonna tell you about how Joanne hurt my back. That day, Joanne's screams didn't paralyze me. It was worse. They haunted my legs. My skeleton would start running towards the window, not willing to endure another of Joanne's being. It's not your skeleton. It is you. You're in an abusive relationship with somebody named Joanne, and she's probably doesn't want to admit it. That's why she created this whole entire thing in her head. In case you don't know, when your skeleton decides to override the instructions from your muscles, you just turn into a puppet. So my bones jumped out the window. I fell on top of a car, but it wasn't then when this spine was damaged. It was the typewriter Joanne threw out the window that crushed my back. That's how I got a cervical disc replacement. Silver lining is the skeleton never overtook control again. It's not the skeleton, it's you. I'm missing teeth because of Joanne. Joanne was frying some eggs and bacon. He was going through a great phase, months without getting violent. Finally, a medication that worked. I caressed his back out of joy and support. The bacon cracked on the pan, and a burning drop of oil hits his eye. He pushed me back and hits me with the pan in the face. At that moment, I didn't notice I just lost 3 teeth. I fell on the kitchen floor, and he started beating me with the burning pan. They had to remove bits of my swimsuit I was wearing from my burnt skin. My back still eats some dreadful marks from the hot oil. Please come home. If it's home with Joanne, I don't want to go home with Joanne. I ran away after I left the hospital, never seeing Joanne again. I vomited blood and pus. I've been vomiting blood and pus, and I probably should get that checked out, but I'm here making surgery on myself. From time to time, since I have memory, the doctor said this wasn't untreatable, and that it'd heal as I grow. I don't remember the visit, though. It's just what I've always been told. Not that I cared much, because this has always been with me. Doesn't happen often, maybe 6 or 7 times a year. If I stare long enough at this gross puddle, my ears start ringing, vision goes numb, and the taste of rotten blood evokes some old trauma of something piercing my stomach. Lay in the ground, black clouds over the purple clouds, being wrapped in the blanket by some people in uniforms. Please come home. I found a tracking device under my skin. Okay, we may be in serious trouble. I found a tracker device under my skin. It is blinking and looks military. Should I destroy it? What is it doing inside of me? Is my skeleton property of some government secret agency? That would explain a lot. Please come home. This is getting me paranoid. Or more paranoid, I guess. I think I solved the mystery. I've dug enough around my body for a life. So far, all what I've found points clear conclusion. I must accept that this is my skeleton pertains to Joanne. I must accept this is my skeleton. Are you still there? I finished my investigation. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I'm ashamed. I'm not well. I need help. This skeleton is mine after all. It doesn't matter how many stories I make up to justify every tiny imperfection. This is my body, but I have trouble accepting that. I don't like myself. I don't think I will ever be able to like myself. I went and stole an x-ray machine from a hospital to avoid facing my low self-esteem. You're probably thinking I lost it. Now I see how delusional this all seems. And there's no telling when I'll lose touch with my reality again. I don't trust myself anymore. Come and pick me up, please. Please take me home. What? Please come home. Who are you? Who are you? You don't look human. Hold on, maybe we're on to something. Can I play again? Can I play again? Hold on, let me reload the game. Hold on a second. I honestly can't tell if that was Johan or not. It looks so strange. I think I'm gonna go the alien route now. Let's do that. Let's go the alien route and let's go the government route. Why not? I like dialogue. I like reading things. It's fun. I want to know who's saying "please come home." That either that's Johan or is it freaking, I don't know. It looks kind of like a mummy too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this very quickly. I'm gonna read the new dialogue, but I'm gonna go through all this stuff and pick all the things that pertain to aliens visiting me. I'm gonna find everything in the body. I can't feel any pain. I have vague memories. Makes sense. This is an arm I always used to protect myself. The fracture presents geometrical shapes. Looks artificial. It's not exactly an injury. Looks like it was badly generated. The skeleton looks crafted, like it was someone's creation. I like this game, by the way. Whoever put the skeleton inside me isn't familiar with the human body. The idea of a being this oblivious to the human body messing with my insides makes me want to rip my bones out of my flesh. Some signs of skeleton cervical disc. Whoever built this skeleton did an imperfect job. They had to complete the spine by adding some mechanical pieces. I hope it lasts enough. Okay, I think that's it. Here goes nothing. Let's cut into our thigh like a freaking idiot today. It's a bullet. I had a bullet inside my thigh. This wound is so old. Was I shot as a kid? I don't have any memories of this, but I do recall a smell. It's making me want to cry. Alright, remove the eye. Okay, eye out. Let's take a quick look and put it back. I can feel the cold air inside my skull. I can feel life pulsating inside it. Could this eye be alive? I feel like it's staring at me. And it's not a gaze from this world. Yeah, alien. This is the part I hate the most. Like, of all these things, I would hate to pull out my teeth. I would never be able to do that. It's gonna hurt. Ugh. And the noise. Oh, the noise. That hurts me on the inside. Now my mouth feels right. In addition to this not being mine, they're not alike at all. These may come from different people. The skull is some sort of Frankenstein. Where did the maker of the skeleton get this material from? Oh, I forgot to look at the stomach. There we go. Now we got stuff in the stomach too. Alright, that's everything now. Extract the microchip. Let's remove this baby. We don't like it. Doesn't look like human technology, nah. The blinks are random. There's some sort of pattern. Could I use this to communicate with them? Okay, throw up. I hope it doesn't smell. Let's do this. Oh, God. Taste awful. I noticed stuff moving inside the mouth. Has my body been incubating this? It's alive and it has some sort of conscious since it reacts to me speaking. I'm glad it is out now. Alright. I believe I was shot as a kid. I know memories from where we were kids are supposed to be nebulous, confusing. But I feel there's something in my head blocking them. Images don't get to me. But the sounds do, the smells do. Especially the smells, yes. The wound in my thigh is so old, the scar deformed by growth. I was shot as a kid and the bullet has been somehow living inside me for years. It smells like burnt flesh and rubble. The smell of high-pitched screams. The smell of high-pitched screams? Please come home. These bones ache. Laying here, my crystal eye is weird. At first, looks it easy to think this is a regular crystal eye, but no! It's not made of glass, it's a hard, living substance. When I stare at it, the eye examines me. It's clearly sentient. I wonder who may be watching. Where are these images getting at? Or this eye belong to some major being? For how long has it been streaming my experiences? Please come home. Don't panic. I can sense its kindness. It's looking after me. Alright, found a strange piece of tech in my hand. The small blinking piece must be some sort of special tech. Although it doesn't look like human technology at all. I mean, it's made of something that feels membranous. My perception is that it's closest to being an insect than a microchip. If you pay close attention, you can read some kind of dim breathing. And the blinking, it's not random, it's some sort of language. I feel like it's reacting to my speech. What is it trying to say? Why was it living inside of me? Please come home. Oh, it reacted to your voice. Please come home. Is that what you're trying to tell me, little thing? It stopped blinking. My feet don't match at all. My feet are decisive. A decisive clue. My skeleton isn't mine, and these feet were put together by an amateur. Well, maybe amateur's not the word, but whoever messed with my bones isn't very familiar with the human body. My feet are absurdly different in size. Now I'm getting anxious. If I were assembled by some mysterious being, why should I consider my flesh to be human? And my mind, could a human mind get to the realization of their bones not being theirs? Can you tell me more about myself? Please come home. Why do you even mean by home? There was something alive in my stomach. Oh wait, I found some sort of fracture on my radius and umno? I don't know. I accidentally did not press the other one. I pressed the one about the fracture in her wrist. I don't have any memories of breaking my arm, though. Never felt any pain in my bones, either, judging by the shape of the... Wait a minute, you said that you had pain the last time when you were skateboarding. Now you're just lying. Judging by the shape of the hypothetical fracture, my theory is that I have been badly generated. It presents geometrical traces in the form of hexagons. What does that imply? Are those bones artificial? That would explain why I don't feel them as my own. Please come home. There was something alive inside my stomach. I vomited a disgusting pinkish mass. Upon further examination, you can discern small beings floating inside. Most of them don't move, though it looks like they're rapidly dying after being pushed out of my body. This explains why I've been barely eating the past few months. This has been growing inside of me for who knows how long. Although, what is this sadness that has infected my guts now? Please come home. I feel like I've lost something very important to me. My sanity! Duh! My spine's a bit messy. Creating a functional human skeleton must be quite an enduring task. Apparently, whoever worked on my spine didn't have the required skills and had to patch it up with some steel junk. I'm so pissed off for not noticing what was going on with my bones until this late. After this long, it's gonna be impossible to trace back my creator, maker. Are just my bones artificial, or is it my whole flesh? No, this body is mine. I can feel it. I do have a soul. Please come on. Why would someone replace my bones by some artificial ones? Maybe it was to save my life. Found some teeth that aren't mine. I pulled some teeth out of my mouth. They're all so weird and different. The color is all wrong. I'm sure these all come from different people. I knew it. My skull has been crafted. These are not my original bones. Now it makes sense why it felt so gross to chew food. It feels like feeding from other people's mouths. I don't want to eat ever again. Please come home. Laying here, I think I solved the mystery. I've dug enough around my body for day life. So far, all of I found point to a clear conclusion. My clones come from another world. Hey, are you still there? I solved the mystery. Well, sort of. My bones aren't mine. My bones are a gift. This skeleton was given to me by an extra-dimensional, not extraterrestrial, mind you, an extra-dimensional being, along with many other bits that sustain me. They can't interact directly with our world, so they have to do it through time and life. This is their art. I can't really puzzle out what their plans are, what they expect from me, but their intentions are noble. Their cause is love. I don't know how I can tell all of this. It's like it is flowing through a little keyhole from the back of my mind. Now that I dare to believe their existence, they're watching through my eye. They are studying other worlds and other possibilities, other paths through life and culture to grow. My mind wondered, is our dimension real to them? Are we just a shape on a mirror? A weird fiction on a computer screen? My soul demanded to know the real thing, to know what is the reality that matters the most. And they taught me the most beautiful word I've ever heard. Donheria. I'm not sure if I said that right. All of them. Donheria, my friends. This guy again. Please come home. It's the same guy. It's so strange to me. I can't tell if it's Johan, an alien, or a government agent. I'm gonna go the government agent route because I'm really intrigued by this. So hold on a second. Brings back vague memories of being buried. The dust, the rubble pressing against my back. Was I ever trapped inside a collapsed building? I don't know. Makes sense. This arm I always used to protect myself. I always tried to protect my head at any cost. My arms took the worst part of whenever Johan lost it. Oh. Interesting. I thought the skateboarding, but everything leads to Johan and this. Looks like an electrical device. Which is the one I didn't press? Here's the bullet. They're so different, these bones may come from different humans. Whoever built my skeleton may have used different humans as their source. Now I'm abhorred at my body even more. Alright, I think I got everything. Now I remember, this is a special caliber used by Russian agents. Why the hell do I know that? Because it's an illusion. And sometimes thoughts enter your mind, they're not really true. And this person is suffering a delusion, break. I believe that's what this game is about. But there's no mistake, something's tickling my brain with that fact. Rube, okay, here we go. I'm gonna talk about the serial number. There's a code behind this. I somehow recognize this number pattern. Feels military. This is a citizenship we all have installed at birth. I'm glad I took it out. Flip the system. Teeth. Oh god, I don't even want to hear this again. Alright, here we go. Ah! Hopefully that helps with you not hearing it too. Now my mouth feels all weird. In addition to not being mine. Reminds me of how they punish child soldiers from other side. Hold on. Reminds me of how they punish child soldiers other side of the border. Okay? If they come back with spare ammo or someone's reported them for not engaging in combat, they pull a tooth out from their mouths. So you didn't engage in combat 3 times? Throw up. Here we go. Yeah. I don't like the noise for that one either. Oh dang it, I forgot to press the right one! I'm not going back. I remember my citizen microchip. We all forgot their existence until we steal a x-ray machine and peek inside our hand, huh? Why can't religion be a choice, but you get pierced after birth with an intrusive control device? How ethical is it to force a human being into a system? Oh yeah, the crime is so low and bureaucracy is so agile now. Please come on, don't worry, they'll put me a new one back in after they arrest me. I discovered a fracture on my arm. You expect someone first get violent and then break into crying once out of a trance. But Johan would do the crying first. He'd start weeping and sobbing, whispering, I'm sorry. At some point, it turned into howling and start chasing me. The depth of his cry, you can't run from it. So I just curled wherever I was, and he'd kneel and hit me. Oh god, I feel sorry for this girl. She's in an abusive relationship. She doesn't like her body so much that she thinks her skeleton isn't hers. And that's driven her to a delusion. And all that hitting that can't help, and that exhausting relationship probably made it worse. I had to cover my head with this arm. I don't think there was one specific day it broke. Joanne just chipped my bones away. My arm's not broken, it's spent. Did I tell you about how I got my spine surgery? I got these cervical disc replacements only months ago. In fact, that's when I started suspecting the skeleton wasn't mine. While I was on the operation table and the anesthetic kicked in, I started having weird flashbacks about life experiences that weren't mine. Memories registered by these bones witnessed to many atrocities. The spine was trapped inside of a collapsed building in the middle of some armed conflict. The images vanished after the operation, but the smells remain. The smell of dust, iron, and rubble. Please come home. But I'm better now. Those paralyzing pains in my back are gone now. I lost my teeth. My lost teeth remind me of those child soldiers. I learned about punishment to child soldiers in a documentary about the recent civil war beyond the border. They're supposed to live in a democracy now. Let's leave it at that. They're still figuring out. Hopefully, they won't end up as our lauded democracy. Not so long as 10 years ago, there was a scandal over a unit composed of children and their surprising efficiency on the battlefield. The child soldier situation lasted for 8 months, and our country deployed in an operation to rescue the shelter those kids. Most of them were missing teeth. Most of them had missing teeth. Their tale about how the militia tore a tooth off them for every failure, made a lot of fuss over the news. I wonder if this skeleton is from one of them. Please come home. Were those kids ever returned to their homelands? I vomited blood and pus. I already said that one. I extracted a bullet out of my thigh. And it doesn't fit into any of my memories as a schoolgirl to end up with a bullet of a Russian origin inside my thigh. I don't even know how can I tell this bullet apart from any other. Yet the knowledge is burnt in the back of my head as clear as I know my name. Could this skeleton be haunting my mind? Or is it me, the one who is possessing this body? Please come home. I'm sure the answer is beneath my flesh. I vomited. Let's just get through this one. I already read this. I feel like she should get that checked out, though. The only thing, like, I can explain probably everything else with her abusive relationship. The only thing I cannot explain is the microchip in her hand. There's a code behind my crystal eye. Something. I'm not going to read all of it. Ode to October Owls. Wow, sorry. Reading that code aloud instinctively brought that line to my mind. What's this supposed to mean? I can't really remember buying this crystal eye, now that I think of it. Please come home. Ode to October Owls. That line somehow makes me feel I'm in the right place. Was it planned for me to be here? My feet are so different. I guess that if you were to create a skeleton, the most basic ingredients would be a human bone. After examining my feet through x-rays, I feel like my body could be some sort of collage. The realization made me feel even more detached from my insides. My skeleton isn't just not mine, now it's no one's. You would guess it doesn't make a difference, but it does. It stirs my craving for identity. I'm just some human scrapbook. I think I solved the mystery. I've dug enough around my body for a life. So far, all of what I found points towards a clear conclusion. The skeleton belongs to a child soldier. I'm done. Definitely my skeleton isn't from what you expect from a teenage girl. The clues I've found are hard to piece together, mostly because of what my bones evoke are sounds and smells rather than images. I don't know what things are actual memories and what are the product of my imagination. But there's a clear patch of smoke, dirt, blood, fear, screams, scary loud noises. Most of the injuries the skeleton sustained point out that these bones belong to a child soldier. So it's not magic nor science fiction. However, I can't help thinking in those memories and feeling as if they weren't mine. It's like I've inherited the body of a child soldier. Can PTSD do that to someone? No. That's impossible. It's weird, though, because I don't feel sorry or scared. I feel thankful for the poor kid having endured war for me, then sacrificing themselves to give me another chance at life. Thank you. I will wear your bones with care and pride. Thank you. Who are you? Please come home. Alright, so, I like this game. It's interesting. Lots of dialogue that you have to read, and I feel bad that I accidentally pressed the one option that I didn't press before. I wonder what happens if you, like, mix it up. I wonder what happens if you press the other option that you have when you figured out the majority of the stuff that happened to you was Johan's doing. Like, it says that Johan inhabited his body or something, I don't know. I think this is all very interesting, but not a lot of explanation, so you kind of have to figure out, make your own assumption as to who walks up to you and asks you to come home. I think it's either Johan, well, it's probably a Johan or maybe a doctor or something, but how did he follow her there? How did he get there? Was he in that other car that was already there? Does this happen more than often? I really think this is a story about how delusions start and how people can go further and further and further into their madness and try to make sense of everything, even though it doesn't really exist. So that is my draw from this. It's about just adding to your psychic delusions and not like pushing them back and allowing them to fester in your mind. These are all good philosophical problems, all good things, fun things to talk about, but for people who actually believe them, and there are people that actually believe this stuff, like they come from the aliens, or they come from the government, or something, it's true. I mean, it's not true, but it's true to them, and then the delusion keeps festering. I think that's what this is about, and how her delusion keeps festering, because she didn't like herself enough, or maybe she has, like, some sort of mental disorder that makes her more susceptible to these delusions. However, I'm not a psychologist yet. I'm taking psychology. I want to be a psychologist, but I'm not a psychologist yet, so I can't really determine. But that is what I think. This was a really good game. I liked it. I like the psychological thing that I think it is saying, and that's how I determine it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos. I really do. All of you rock. All of you are awesome. All of you are amazing. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.